Hey everybody, in this video I'm going to cover the fundamental differences between a website and a funnel, and we're going to analyze the pros and cons of both and how you can structure your business utilizing either a website or a funnel or both. So first, before we kick things off, I thought I'd just discuss what is a funnel and what is a website, because this often confuses a lot of people. So a website, try and think of a website as an information site. It's a site where people go to find out information. It's more of a marketing tool. So people go there and they learn about what you do, what resources you have available. Whereas a funnel is more like a salesperson taking you through a selling experience. So think of it as if you go shopping for a car. When you walk into a car dealership, the dealership itself is like the website, whereas the salesperson stepping you through each vehicle, the pros and cons of each, and trying to convince you to purchase one is a funnel. So how do you set your website up or your funnel up? There's multiple different ways. So the first way we're going to cover is a very basic and simple way to structure your website and sales funnel, so to speak. And that's going to be this way here. So it's where you get external third-party website providers to send you traffic. Now, there's something really important to keep in mind when we talk about traffic. There are three types of traffic. There's traffic you own, traffic you borrow, and traffic you buy. So when you think about traffic you buy, you think about Facebook, YouTube, Google. It's all traffic that you're paying to get people to what it is that you're trying to show them or sell them. Traffic you borrow is like utilizing someone else's mailing list or paying an influencer to give you a shout out. You're borrowing their audience in exchange for them shouting you out or telling their audience about you. Now, traffic you own is traffic that you don't have to pay for to utilize again. So that's things like email lists, social media following, YouTube following. It's your audience. So in this particular method here, you're trying to get traffic from external party providers to your platform, so that way you can convert them into traffic that you own. So there's multiple different ways you can do that. You can do that from a forum, so you can go to places like Reddit, or there's lots of question and answer forums specific to industries, and you can go on there and find questions people are answering, give a lot of value in your answers, and get people over to you and your website. Then there's also Facebook groups. So you can go into a lot of business communities, a lot of different Facebook groups, and you can find people there by giving lots of value up front without asking for a sale. That then is going to get people to what you want to direct them to. So say, for example, a burning question that they might have is, what's the difference between a funnel and a website? I could go ahead and post this video inside that Facebook group saying, hey, I'm glad you asked that question. I get asked it all the time. I've done this dedicated video explaining the difference between the two, and you can check it out here. So here you're going to send them to your video, and it's going to have a link to your YouTube. My business tip videos are another great example. So I would direct people from the forum into my business tip video, and then from there, once I've got them in the video, I want to then direct them into my website or a blog on my website, more specific. So how I've currently structured my website is I have all my information and my resources all on there. So my blogs, I have articles, I have links out to my social media sites and whatnot. So I've very much adopted this method. Now, once you get them to your blog or your website, you want to get them to subscribe to your email list. So that's this step here. So to do that, you want to be able to give them so much value that they want to subscribe, or you ask them to subscribe in exchange for something that you're going to send to them. And then once you have them as a subscriber, you then email market to them with your products and services and get them to buy from you. So that's a really traditional way of utilizing a website. Effectively, it kind of is a little bit of a funnel in the noun sense, but it's not really a traditional funnel, so to speak. Over here we have a traditional funnel, and so the way the funnel works is you're going to have people coming from your forum or your Facebook groups, which are outside of you and your platforms, into the platform where you give the most value first. So that's like your YouTube, your podcast, or even your blogs. And then you want to send them to the entry ladder of your product ladder. So that's where you're giving them a free ebook in exchange for their email address or something else. So one of my clients, Emily, she does a free brush and sponge set in exchange for them just paying postage and handling, and she captures their email addresses at that stage. So once you have them at the top of your funnel, you're almost going to funnel them down into and usher them into purchasing from you what it is you want them to purchase. So you're going to send them next to the good step in your product ladder. And this will be your really basic, low level product offering, which people can either leave the funnel, go purchase that, and that's it. They won't purchase from you again, or they can continue down the funnel into your better step. Now, once they get to the better offer inside your product ladder, they can again leave that, or they can continue down into your best offer inside your product ladder. And of course, that leads to more money. Now, this is a funnel in the traditional sense because you're essentially ushering them through the sales process and getting them to purchase from you. Now, you can mix the two together, which is what I'm currently doing. So I have my 7-day business idea challenge and my Launchpad challenge set up using a hybrid of both. So I have the particular funnel which I send people over to, but I also am migrating my whole website over to this traditional model because this for me is so much easier for me to manage, and I can automate and set up a lot of things, and it can run a lot smoother. Now, when you're first starting out, this can be quite complicated to set up because you need to understand sales copy. You need to understand how the buying process works, sellers, purchasers' emotions, and how you can trigger people to work their way through the sales funnel process. So as you're starting out, you may very much like to just adopt this simple methodology, which is adding value by answering people's questions, getting them to a video or a podcast that you have, and sending them to your website with blogs, getting them to subscribe, and then from your email list, selling to them. But if you want to set up this kind of model, this is extremely successful as well. Now, there's lots of different platforms out there that you can use to do this model. There's ClickFunnels, there's the other name escapes me, but it's a software like ClickFunnels. Now, you pay a subscription per month. You can get access to bonus add-ons where they'll give you extra programs that will help you through this whole copywriting process. Like with ClickFunnels, you can use funnel building secrets and a few other software that plugs into ClickFunnels that helps you set this up with ease. If you didn't want to use, Infusionsoft was the other one I was thinking of. If you didn't want to use any of those, there's plenty of other third-party providers that are cheaper that offer a funnel-like subscription which doesn't have all the bells and whistles that you can definitely use while you're starting out. I've popped below this video a link to ClickFunnels so that you can try it out for free for 14 days. And I've also popped in there, if you're setting up a website, a link to Shopify so that you can set up a basic landing page and use it as your information hub. So that way you can get people to be able to go to your website and the website does the marketing for you. And as you'll find in one of the other videos that I'm producing inside this course, there's a massive difference between selling and marketing. Marketing is what you read and see on people's social medias and inside their websites and blogs. Selling is where you're doing the face-to-face stuff. So that's when you're showing up on Instagram stories and you're selling to people. It's where you're showing up in videos selling to people. It's where you're getting on the phone and selling to people. So you want these two setups, whichever one you choose or the hybrid of both, to do effectively the marketing so well that it starts to do the selling for you, if not does all the selling for you. So it does take a bit of tactic and a bit of skill, but you 100% can do it. You don't need to be a pro to excel at either of these. So you just need to understand the basic fundamentals, which you're going to learn throughout this course. So I hope that clarifies and clears up the difference for you between a website and a funnel, and it empowers you to explore which option is going to be best for your business. And if you've got any questions at all, feel free to shoot me an email. My email is jade@jadestart.com, and we can have a chat about which one might be best for you.